It's a cold Sunday to complain. I hold it in until it rain. I fought demons after fame. I spent millions on terrain. I treat my bitches like Diana. Pretty princess, hold the phantom. 2003.
If you would like,
Welcome to Kazakhstan.
Really.
So it's currently 8 p.m., 8:20 p.m. in Almaty, Kazakhstan. It's my first time ever in Asia. I have never left Europe, and it's been quite different, to be honest. It's as I said, my first time in Asia at all, and I've came to Central Asia. I came here because I have a friend that I met on Erasmus last year, and we got good together, and I was like, bro, I'll come visit you in Kazakhstan, and here I am. It's been quite of a challenge, to be honest. I arrived on the 8th, and till now, the 11th, I haven't done much. I've been trying to adapt to the type of life and trying to create a routine here in Almaty. This house doesn't have Wi-Fi, and so for me to code or do anything at all internet related, I have to go to a cafe, which I didn't go till today. Today was the first time I went, and I didn't go because even though I've left my country and I've lived in a different country, in Europe, most people speak English, or at least a lot of people speak English, but here most don't speak English. At least that's the reality I've found. And today I decided to finally go out, and it was really nice, enjoyable. The attendee didn't really speak English, but I pointed to the stuff and she was able to understand. I spoke a bit of Russian for the little Russian I know, which is "Privet, iced latte." That's basically what I said to her, and then I just said "Khahmet," which is thank you in Kazakh. Probably try and edit a video, work a bit, I don't know, structure this video, because it's been a month since I bought this camera and a month since I decided I wanted to start doing these videos. But to be honest, I filmed a bunch. I have a lot of footage from when I was in Italy and when I was in Portugal. Still, I don't think it isn't good footage because I'm not speaking clearly to the camera. It's kind of confusing for you to understand what's going on, to be honest. And so I've decided to dump that footage. Maybe I'll use it in a different video and just restart from here. It's been quite challenging and it's been very interesting, and every opportunity you have to leave your country and to experience new things and experience a new culture, a new world, it's always good. As hard as it is in the beginning, after a couple of days you get used to it. That's my experience from when I left my country to go live in Slovakia for 5 months, and it's my experience now where 4 days ago it was quite hard, but right now I got a bit more used to the situation and it's chilling. It's a bit more chill to go around, ask for stuff, and people understand. People are really nice here in Almaty. Kazakh people are really nice. Uzbek people are also nice. Shout out to my friend Murodlo. And yeah, let's enjoy these 3 weeks here in Almaty. And this video will be just about the first week here in Almaty. And yeah, let's go. My fucking knees. I'm not gonna lie, this was the best purchase I've made in terms of content creation. An SSD, I just put it here, every footage. It's a bit more expensive. I bought an expensive one, like €100, 2 terabyte. I think it was like €150, 2 terabytes. But just allows me to put all the footage from the camera to here, and the SD card is basically always empty, and so I don't need to buy a bunch of different SD cards. Currently going to Lake Siren, not that far from our house, so going there now. Currently at Lake Siren, gonna cross the bridge. Most people here don't understand what I'm speaking, so it's less problematic speaking. currently 5 a.m. We're going to a lake and a couple things, like canyons, I think, here in Almaty. Barely slept. We went to sleep late yesterday. Just arrived at the first location. What's the name of this? I don't know. It's like canyons. Well, she was saying bro was sleeping and he's the only one who understands Russian. So I don't know why. Desert, but has a sign saying don't swim. Where is the water? If I'm not wrong, if I'm not mistaken, this is like first stop out of 3. How many stops? 3, 4?
Yeah.
Like 3 stops, so this is first location out of 3. It's pretty nice.
In this night, a starry sky, my baby told me with a sigh, saying words that came across as a doubt. I reassured that every day my love is strong and gently placed.
Weather. I ain't gonna lie, it's cheating.
I don't believe this guy. I don't believe this guy. She didn't. That says. Habibi, welcome to Kazakhstan. Oh.
Just arrived at the second location after that crazy drive.
Okay. Lake Kozai.
Huh?
Lake Kozai.
Lake outside. Just arrived. Lake Kolsai. Really pretty. Biggest lake in Almaty. It's kind of cold, to be honest. Had to put my sweater on and it started raining, so I don't know for how long I can film here. But as you can see, it's a pretty beautiful view of the biggest lake in Kazakhstan. We just came from like all the way up there.
Let's take a stroll. Lay your hair down, baby, let me know. All the dark days and all the heartache.
So it's currently 8 p.m. I've been working all day and just came back home from the cafe, and I thought it was a good opportunity to explain how I just strategize the implementation of projects and how I think about product management. First of all, I think it's important to understand that thinking about MVP as minimum viable product makes a lot of people see it as something cheap that can be shipped fast. I think quite differently about it, and when I see minimum viable product, I always think viable is a very important word. And for me, viable, it means that it has the core essential features that the product and the user especially needs, and then these core features must be so good that just this gives all the value to the user. Obviously, the value we give to the user gets incremented, hopefully gets incremented every time we add a new feature or improve an existing feature. Still, the MVP must give all the value up front without any other things, and so making it valuable is very important. Right now, as you can see, what I have is an implementation strategy. And so what I did was I divided the work in 4 phases: core features, smart enhancement, launch, and feature richness. The MVP only goes till phase 3, the launch. I did a 4th phase just to have an understanding and a boost of motivation to be like, okay, after the launch, this is where the product is going, and so I don't have shining syndrome deviate from what I have to do. And so, as you can see, I've checked all the main components of the MVP. They're all checked. Still, there are things to do before moving on to the next phase. And that's why I have a to-do list. This to-do list only gets the little things that must be implemented. For example, implementation auth. I think this is easier to see. For example, implementing auth, building the landing page, and supervised limits and security. All the rest of the features are all in the implementation strategy, like basic project features and basic task creation. I think it's really useful to just have the main components to check and not have to worry about the little bits and tips of the project. All of those I end up implementing and I end up writing in the to-do list, so it's fast, but I have a clear understanding of all the project and all the features that must be implemented for that phase. It just gives a clear sense of progression, and yeah, it's really useful. I'm not gonna lie, I fucked up. I was supposed to leave Kazakhstan in about 2 weeks. I was supposed to leave on 30, but I forgot my visa in Italy, and so unfortunately I'm gonna have to go back and grab the visa. I'm currently on my way to the cafe. Yesterday I didn't show the cafe, so I thought it was a good opportunity today to just show the way there and show a bit the ambient and stuff. Today's a day of working. Just gotta decide I'm gonna stop using cursor. I'm gonna go back to the good old Visual Studio Code. I think cursor, even though it gives a lot of good things, it just takes me a lot of the thinking and a lot of the learning that at the current phase I still think I need it. And so I'm gonna switch back to VS Code and hopefully get better and improve everything altogether, including how the program is working, making it faster, just learning all the minus things that are needed for a program to be extremely good. Where in Cursor, obviously it's vibe coded, it's good, it's fast to go, but it's not really how I like to do it. I prefer to take things slowly, in a slower tempo and slower pace, and just make sure they're crazy good. And maybe later I'll start using it again, but right now I think Visual Studio Code is the best option for me, and so that's why I'm switching back to it. But yeah, just gonna show you a bit around and enjoy the ride. So as I was saying, I'm gonna have to go back to Italy, and barely slept today. I was up till 2 a.m. trying to buy the flight and stuff. Ended up fucking up and spent 1,000 euro where because I bought wrong flights. I bought the flights for September instead of for August, and so I decided, like, I bought them for 15th of August. That's what I thought. Actually, I was buying them for 15th of September, and so I lost around 1,000 euro because the cancellation just gets me like 200 and something back. But all together, like all the stuff I bought plus cancel plus refunds,
equals to €1,000 loss. I'm so pissed at myself because of that. Today I woke up at like 6 a.m. still thinking about it. I swear I just don't know where I had my head, and it is what it is, I guess. Like also weather here is like Brazil but middle of Asia. Like it's either crazy hot, then starts raining as much as it can and as God wants, and then it just stops raining. So cloudy, very humid. Oh no, it's not a nice weather, to be honest. Kinda disappointed at the weather per se. All the rest quite nice. Buildings obviously Soviet Union-esque. Almaty is a big city. Like not all the city is renovated, only the city center is renovated, and it has like crazy buildings, expensive hotels, etc. These parts that are quite far are quite different from that, as you can see right here. It's like very Soviet Union-esque type buildings. Still, it has a lot of things that are really pretty. Obviously, especially nature. Nature here is amazing. To work, it's also really good. Mobile data is really cheap. Wi-Fi, you can find a cafe with Wi-Fi, and cafes are crazy cheap compared to euro and dollar. So it's quite nice. Thank you very much. During this morning, I just decided that I'm gonna switch databases and I'm gonna start using PSQL instead of Supabase. I just wanna get more familiar with PSQL. I've had some experience with internships on it, so just wanna improve my skills with it. I also decided that I'm gonna implement a famous tool into the application, and it's gonna be the core writing method instead of making my own. Later, after making sure this works properly, I'll probably develop my own internal writing tool. But right now, I think first make sure something like this works good and it's valuable, and then implement a personal tool. So yeah, let's go for a run. Oh man, I swear I just love running. It's funny because running just allows you, it's like kind of therapeutical. It just allows you to be and dive into different states of mind, depending on the type of run you do. So for example, I usually right now do 25-30 minute runs, with long runs being maximum 12k. I've done long races, half marathons, ultra marathons, 50 kilometers, and they're really nice. They just allow you to dive into a hunger state, that understand how far can you push yourself. It's a mental game. But short runs, they just allow me to either think a lot or not think at all. And it's funny because, as you might notice, my thought process just improved. Before, when I was just walking, thought process wasn't that good. Right now, my thought process is much better while I run. And it's funny to understand that, because it just proves the point that running is really good, not only a physical exercise but also a mental exercise. Also, you can, for example, while running, as I said, it's either to think a lot or not think at all. Sometimes some runs I just go for them because I have so much stuff in my mind. The running is basically the only thing that helps me think through. Others, I have so much stuff in my mind that I just want to go run and stop thinking at all. And as I said, there's different types of runs. I think it's very valuable to use them as we use any tool in software or any tool as an entrepreneur, and runs are just a tool for you to clear your mind or just dive deep into the thoughts.
So it's currently 11:34. I think you can see there. And as you can see, the setup is different. I'm not in Kazakhstan anymore. I've arrived in Italy, I think 4 days ago. I ended up forgetting my visa here, and so I just had to come back to get it. And I'm not coming back to Kazakhstan, unfortunately. I'll just leave from here to Korea. I'm leaving to Korea on the 30th of August, and so until then, I'm just staying here, which has its benefits. So I can just focus more. I can just work more, and it's a shame, obviously, because I was enjoying Kazakhstan. It was really nice. It was different, I cannot lie, but it was nice. So I've just been working this morning. Supabase, I feel like it's not working properly right now, because something like I was building the sign up, and everything was working, and it just stopped working out of nowhere without me changing any code. So I think it went down for a bit. Just giving it a couple minutes to check it out again, and hopefully it's not my problem, it's their problem. We'll see. And so I just thought it was a good idea to kind of explain basically what I'm building and where I am in development. So what I'm building, I'm gonna be playing with it. It's an agentic workspace. That's exactly what I'm building. So agentic because it will be composed of agents, and a workspace because it's basically a productivity / project management tool. Why am I building it? Because building multiple projects isn't easy. If you really think about it, most people have multiple projects. Either they're studying, they're learning an instrument, or an entrepreneur who has an e-com store, has a course, a community, one-on-ones, and even has or is trying to build a personal brand. And so all of these, I call them projects because they all require different documents, they all require different tasks, and managing all of these, it's hard, especially when each project contains different tools or different applications that must be maintained. As for example with us, when developing a software, there's documentation that must be maintained. There's, depending on the project management tool you use, it must be maintained. User flows have to be maintained if something changes. There's Gits that must be the commits. So there's a lot of tools that must be maintained, and when you have multiple projects, it's not easy to manage all of these. And so that's basically what I'm trying to solve. It's this problem of managing multiple projects in minutes instead of hours. I've been thinking if I should say this to the camera before building it, but I don't think that many people will see this for now, only later, so I don't think there's a problem of me saying it. In relation to where I am in development, I've done a cleanup. I had the MVP done, but I wasn't happy with it, and it's not about the fact of, it's not about iterating, it's just about that at this point I still want to be deeply involved in the building, and I think it's important for me to understand everything and to not vibe code anything. And that MVP, I vibe coded a lot, and I wasn't happy with it. There's a lot of issues that LLMs create really in relation to use effects. They cannot manage use effects properly. They cannot build something. They use too many use effects, and so there's too many re-renders, which means there's too many database of fetches. So I wasn't happy with the results. I decided to dump everything and rebuild it from scratch by myself. Right now I've finished the landing page, sign-ins, and sign-ups. But that's basically what I've done. I still have to improve the landing page. Honestly, there's still a lot of things that need to be done on the landing page. I've done the most of the work, and so obviously there's things that can only be implemented after the project is done. For example, putting a demo inside the landing page, putting clean images on it. I'm not a designer, so my Figma designs aren't usable for the website, and so yeah. Basically it's currently almost 12, so I'm just gonna keep working all day, and that's it. Just wanted to give a quick explanation on where I am and what I'm building. Yeah.